Alright, I'm either getting a second wind or a really early start on day 201, but I'm going to start the video anyway. Got the second laptop reconfiguring here. It's just doing the updates. Took like, I don't know, 2 hours to do the first round of updates for Windows 8. And here's what I'm thinking. Straight off the bat, before I started the updates, just turning it on fresh, not doing anything to it, the touchpad seems a lot more responsive. Now, I didn't use the other one before, reconfiguring it, so I don't know. It may have been that way out of the box before. I don't know. I didn't really play with it, but I played with this one, and it's working great. I mean, it's just as responsive as any smooth glass touchpad I've ever used. Okay, so that's cool. The only other thing I did to the other one was all these updates, so my thinking is if this one develops the same problem, it's a driver conflict with one of these updates. And it had like 65 of them already for Windows 8. So, I've had that happen before, especially with devices and third-party drivers. I may not like OS X, but this is one huge advantage Apple has, is the closed architecture. You don't get nearly as many as these kinds of issues with drivers and third-party programs and things like that. They have very good control. But it's a pain in the butt. If I do have the problem again, I'm going to have to go through and disable or uninstall updates, sometimes one at a time, to figure out what is causing the problem. So hopefully it's okay though, and I'm kind of thinking it was a hardware issue, because it did happen after about a half an hour of random use, really. But anyway, I'm going to get going on some more photography here. Burn through some batteries, recharging cameras. That's a battery for one of my triggers. Humidity's dipping down a little bit low, but it's nighttime and we cooled off. So what's it showing? It's 70.0 degrees. So, humidity is fluctuations with temperature. So I'm going to get going on these Hemingways. I know it's kind of hard to see. These are nice boxes. I'm not actually a fan of the Hemingway blend at all. Let me swing this light around. Oh, I wanted to show you this box. This is beautiful. Let me show you over here. Tell you what, I think Fuente, hands down, has the best themes, packaging, and names in the industry. They keep it short, simple, classic, but they leave themselves open for a lot of variation. Okay, take this blend for example. For those of you non-cigar people out there, cigars will have a blend or a line, and then you'll have different sizes of that line. So this is the brand name, Arturo Fuente. Hemingway is the line. That's the main blend. And then you'll have all these different sizes, shapes and sizes of the cigars, and they'll each have their own name. So what they do here at Hemingway, of course the author, by using a cool name like that, I mean, it obviously looks cool, sounds cool, and all that, it's really easy to build on and give yourself cool names. Okay, this particular size is called the Masterpiece. They've got the Untold Story. They have the Classic. They have the Short Story. You see where I'm going? Really easy to build on around an author's name and all these cool book themes, different phrases and words. It's really classy. And it's easy to remember, easy to say, it sounds good, easy to market. They do that for all their stuff. The Opus X, Anejos, Don Carlos, just cool. They're not over the top, extravagant Cuban names or anything like that, but they're not silly, goofy names either. But this is a really cool box here. It is actually shaped like a book. So you get the the wooden page look here. You just flip open the little latch, which is all their stuff is high quality, by the way. The latches, some of the cheap latches, they're just flimsy and they flop around. Can't see it there, hold on. Some cheap latches will just flop around, but these are tight. It's just the little details that make the difference. But brands like Fuente here are filled with all the little details. So then you open it up, and this is really thick felt, very much like a pool table. And this is an applique. This is like a gold leaf. Very tight hinges too. This stays up on its own. Cheaper ones just flop, or the lid will flop all the way back. It doesn't have a stop. And then you have beautiful cigars themselves, and there's a plastic tray underneath. You can see it in between the cigars, and that holds them perfectly in alignment. So even when you are smoking through your box, they're not rolling around in your box. They stay in perfect shape. So it's real nice. And then they have, again, a nice felt underneath. Simple. I mean, it's just elegant. And they do this for all their different cigar lines. They really have their packaging down pat. And they're so good, they do it for other companies too. Alright, so I'm going to get going here. I actually have a special video to produce. I can't talk about it, at least until a couple months from now, but it's part of another big project. Ooh, good. Updates. Round 1 are done. So I'm going to keep going on this too, and let's see, it's about, I guess it'll be about midnight by the time I'm done with this video. So yeah, early start today, 2:01. That is not the correct time on the computer, by the way. That is out of the box. It's about, so what are we at? 7:15 in the morning. I did get some sleep and didn't get any shooting done overnight, but I did finish setup of the computer. And so far, knock on wood, it hasn't glitched once. So it looks like it might have just been a hardware issue with the previous unit. I just finished my calibration. Got my colorimeter here. And now the screen looks beautiful again. I've got all my software on there, Lightroom, Photoshop, Mail, web browser, so it's ready to go just like the other one was. And the other one had glitched by this point several times, so I'm thinking it's okay. But I'll keep playing with it, do some more work. Oh, you know what, I haven't put iTunes on it, so just got to throw that on. But now I'm going to start some shooting. I did produce a special video overnight. It's the one I can't talk about. And, I don't know, got about 4 more hours of sleep, so I'm pretty rested. Oh, I gotta make some coffee. That'd be nice. And I gotta put some more water in the humidifier here. Let's check our specs, make sure we're good. Where did that go? Where did I put it? Hello? Where did I go? What the hell? It was right here. Where's my gauge? Gauge. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I put it down here. We're at 68 degrees and 69% relative humidity. Nice and safe. Okay, I'm always concerned about that, you know. I'm liable for all this crap while I have it. That's why I carry a $1 million insurance policy. Surprisingly, it's pretty cheap. Only runs me about $380 a year, which is typical, at least for around here for photographers. It's nothing unusual. A lot of wedding vendors, a lot of wedding. It's early. I can't speak. I need my coffee. A lot of wedding photographers carry such a thing. You guys can't see that. It's dark. Anyway. Okay, on with the day. He should be here at 8 this morning, and hopefully we bang some crap out. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to help at all today because it's supposedly going to be a lot of tile, but I want some progress on that bathroom. I'd really like it completely done by Thursday because, like I said, Friday I've got a class and I don't want the house looking like crap. Yeah, it's 8:35. He was supposed to be here at 8. I'm going to give him a call here pretty quick. I don't think he needed to go to the store for anything this morning, but maybe he did. He did for the drywall and a couple parts. Was it yesterday or day before? I don't know. But he didn't mention he had to go to the store. I'm just afraid this project is going to start slipping back into the same old groove of crappy contractors. We're realistically halfway done at this point. All the prep work and some of the construction, but there's still a long way to go. I wanted today to be a bang out day right at 8 o'clock, get stuff done late afternoon, early evening, get all the big work out of the way and just do finishing tomorrow, but I don't know. Getting a little discouraged. It just, big pet peeve of mine. People being late, not doing exactly what they say. That's my work ethic. I know it's strange, especially down here, because I get comments on it all the time. People can't believe I answer the phone. People can't believe I'm on time. People can't believe I deliver when I say I'm going to deliver. It's just the way I think things should be done. It's totally normal to me, nothing above and beyond, but it's weird. This is the norm, And man, I'll tell you what, funny story. If you think this is like lax or lazy or whatever, go to Hawaii. Love, love, love Hawaii. I would live there in a split second if I had any way of possibly living there and making a living. But you are either filthy rich or dirt poor there. There is no middle class. Let me tell you what, big divide. But anyway, the Mahalo way of life, man. Do it when we want to do it. No hurry. Really, really laid back. I mean, it's nice. It's relaxing. That's just life there, though. It's funny. Well, it's just about 9. He's not here yet. I'm thinking either something's wrong or he thought it was a 9 o'clock start day, even though he said 8. I brought in these lights here. These are some of my video lights. Got an extension cord going out to another circuit because breaker's off here, rewiring the electrical. He's going to move this one here over to the wall, take that one out. So he'll need some light in here to do all that. And I'm assuming he's going to need these lights to do some of the tile because, well, no, I guess he's going to do the electrical, then the drywall. So he'll have the new light up, and then I can take these out. But these things really come in handy. We've had some power outages, and when it goes for hours, or I think we had one for almost a full day, I just stick these on my portable battery units that I use for photography. And man, you've put one of these in the middle of the living room, you light up the whole house. Anywhere you want to be and see. These are, what are they? 150 watt equivalent bulbs in these two big ones. And then I've got 100 watt in the smaller one. And these only actually use, I think, 27 watts. So they go forever on a big lithium ion battery. And he just pulled up, finally. Well, I was right in a roundabout way. There was something wrong. He got pulled over on the way over, and he did have to stop at Home Depot. He got the trim for the moldings and stuff. So I'm on my way over to Home Depot right now to get paint because he's going to be ready for that real soon, and I don't want any more wait or downtime. So I'm going to get everything ahead of schedule here, and I'm going to get some white ceiling paint, some wall paint to match the shower wall tiles, and I'm also going to get some MDF to make new shelves for the closet. So that should take care of everything immediate. And then it's going to be construction, tons of tile. He's just about done with the electrical rewiring. And showed him where the water main is in case he needs it while I'm gone. And he's putting on new valves that I bought for the sink. Can't say I'm too thrilled right now. I just got back. He went to Home Depot before he got here. Sent me out for stuff just now. Now he's going back because he figured out he put the wrong part in for the shower valve. Almost half the day is gone and jack shit has got done. Got that wired in, and that's really about it. Need to hammer this shit out, man. Well, today was a bit of a nightmare. Turns out he's not really much of a plumbing guy. And spent, I don't know, probably about 2 hours of today just fighting the plumbing. Flooded the room a couple times. That's why it's filled with towels and water. Finally got all the leaks stopped and called it a day. Obviously no tile and really nothing done except this piece of drywall put up. So maybe tomorrow. On the good side, I am making great progress through the chute. I'm on to the Ashton VSGs right now. I got through all the Fuentes. I got the Opus X's done, all the Hemingways, all the Anejos, all that good stuff. That box under there is packed in full. And I'm working on number 2 here, and that is out of 6. And these 6 are, I believe, about half the job. This is all that fits in my car. So after I'm done with all of this, it's looking like probably Saturday I'm shooting for. That's what I told them, by the weekend. And I should be able to make that no problem. It would have been probably Friday, except I'm teaching a class, so I won't have time to do much else. But anyway, kind of winding down here. Might go out and do a video. I need to kind of chill. He just left. It's about, let's see, 3:15. So I'm going to take a break from this right now. Gotten through, I think about, geez, I don't even know, a lot of boxes. There's a lot of boxes in Fuente. I mean, that whole box is all Fuente. Basically one of each of their special stuff. So there's a lot of VSGs too, man. There are a lot of different sizes, a lot of special stuff. They're all gorgeous, and luckily these VSGs are a lot easier to shoot because of the way they're packaged. Well, maybe not this one. Of course, I opened the one exception. Oh, these aren't bad. I got these in okay. Some of these are really hard to get back in because they're all double banded and folded and everything, and they're really tight. But what I was trying to show you are the box pressed ones. Those are a joy to shoot because they only go in one way. I don't have to worry about, yeah, here we go. I don't have to worry about rotating everything. Well, not these, but I rotated these ahead of time. See, this is why I spent all that time doing the prep, so I can just open these up and go and not have to break my stride, get in a production cycle. So all these are nice and aligned. I don't have to sit here and futz around with them. I did that ahead of time. But let me pull one of these I'm talking about that are box pressed. And box pressed simply means they're not round cigars, they are square. So they squish into the box, hence the name. And there's no room for play. See? You can see the edges of, well, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can focus. Let me put it in the light for you. Even better. Now I'm thinking. There you go. You can see the profile of the cigar is fairly square. And the cigars can't go in any other way except correct. So all I have to do is worry about the up and down alignment. This one was up here because that was my hero shot. Hero shot is what I call the pick of the litter that I choose to do the single cigar shot from. And there you go. So these are quick. You know, it would be quicker without this flappy doodad here. So I have to tuck these under and make sure they're even and they look nice. But if they didn't have this, it would just be open the lid, set it down, and shoot. That would be awesome. Can't forget the marketing material. But these aren't bad. The Anejo, oh my god, nightmare. They are wrapped in little tubes of cedar, of wood. And when you take the cigars out of the cellophane, which are keeping them nice and tight and uniformly packed, they go boing. It's like trying to fit 20 springs into a box all compressed, literally. And it's just a nightmare, even trying to just get them to stay flat down in the box. Once you take off that cello, they just want to go boing like that. So you have to get them flat, slam the lid shut, let it set for about an hour, then you can carefully open back the lid up and they'll stay there for a little bit. But they're constantly rotating against each other and some of the labels will start to twist and it's a nightmare. So the Anejos, I mean, there were like, I don't know, 10 boxes of them.
And they took me just as long as everything else I've done up till now. Oop, I can't put that away. I'm not done with that one yet. So yeah, I got the hard stuff out of the way first, if you can't tell. Everything else should be fairly normal. There's some with just some tissue paper, but you know, it's just like the Flappy Doos. Not really that big of a deal. I think about half of them don't have anything. I'll have a lot of work to do with all the little cigarillos, but luckily there's only 5 or 6 different cases of them. Not that many, so that's not that big of a deal. I'll just do a nice little production layout for those, not doing every one of them. And some of them are really nice looking, even though they're plain. These here, oh my god, they smell good. They're coffee infused. They don't really smell like coffee. I can't really put my finger on what they actually smell like. Let me see if I can open this without 2 hands. There we go. So they give you this real nice presentation here. Hold on, let me turn on the light. There you go. So they put in all this loose tobacco around the cigars. It's a nice retail display. Definitely you can tell that some boxes are meant for stores rather than consumers. Boxes like the Ashton, the Fuentes, and that kind of stuff, they gear their boxes towards more on the consumer side. And then some of them will be both, like you saw, I showed you that Ashton, or was it an Ashton? Might have been an Opus X, I don't remember, with the big cardboard flap that you could take out. You know, the cardboard flap was for retailers, without was for home. But this is definitely for the retailers, because nobody at home cares about this, you know, loose tobacco in here. It just gets in the way when you go to pull the cigar out. But it looks cool. And oh man, these smell so good. Whew! Very nice. Not really that high end of a cigar, but very popular at least. And then we have Casa Fuente. And you know what? I have not had... This is my thingamadoo. I have not had that many Casa Fuentes. I think maybe 2 or 3 in my life. I just kind of forget they're around, even though they're based right here in Tampa. They look great. They've got all kinds of really nice looking stuff. A lot of Rosados, a lot of sun-growns, and I'm a big Rosado and sun-grown fan. See, this is the tissue paper. So you have to be really careful about this because it'll crease. If I accidentally put a crease on the side, that's not easy to Photoshop out. Some of them make it really hard on me, and they will seal them with a sticker across the tissue paper. There was only a couple that were stuck on so good that I had to cut them with a razor blade. There was no way, it was just tearing the tissue paper. The other ones, I'll stick my razor underneath and very gently work off one of them. But can't always save it. So they have this fairly elaborate presentation, much like the Opus X. Very nice tobacco. Got the band here, foot band here. You can tell that I don't know, some of their lines are a little higher end than others. They got this nice felt here, just kind of like a pool table, not quite as dense. But they don't put quite as much attention and time into these as they do their Anejos and Opus X's. You can see that the bands are all nice. Perfect alignment there. Oop, I got a wrapper starting to split there. Gotta be careful. But they don't perfectly align their foot bands. You know, I can either align the bands, the cigars, or the foot bands. Only one though. I'll always pick the band. So I spend the time to put these in. Anyway, that has been my day and will be my days for the foreseeable future. That's it. Well, I'm gonna go out and actually have a cigar. I'm a day behind. I wasn't able to do one yesterday, but I'll get one out tonight. So that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and have a good night.